Hey, what's happening, guys? Hope you guys are all doing well. I finally bought a welder. So I've been looking at them and been kicking around what to do. I used to borrow my buddies a whole bunch, which was a 12240 Lincoln, one of their dual input welders, and it was pretty decent. I liked it a lot, but it was about $1,300 for just the welder. And honestly, I just do little things here and there, tabs for lights or I got to weld an exhaust bung onto the Mustang for the wideband, that kind of stuff. So nothing super heavy duty, but going through and I was looking at the Harbor Freight coupons, and they had some. They're actually, it's still current. If you go over and look at Harbor Freight's website, if you put in Harbor Freight coupons into Google, this will pop up, and it is it's a 12240, so still switchable with the 10% coupon they have going right now. It was $475, which I didn't think was bad at all for what you get and for what I'm going to use it for. And I figured I'd do an unboxing here with you guys so you could see. So you're $475 into that, and they actually have another one for, I think it was $650. You can get their multi-process welder, which will there's a coupon for that on there too, and you can do MIG, TIG, and stick, but your TIG is DC, not AC. So I don't see me doing any of that. Definitely won't stick weld. It has its place. I just have never really done much of it. So I prefer what I know, which is just basic MIG. I'm not a great welder by any means. There's some welds out there that I've done that I'm not proud of, but then there's some that are fine. Like I've done the suspension on when I did the coilovers on my wife's Jeep. And I did it with a crappy little, I did it on a 115 outlet in my garage that popped breakers every 15 seconds. And I was still able to get it done. So hoping with the upgrade over there that this is a better situation. So anyway, let's jump into it. First things first. So I was $475 on this. I went to the local welder shop or gas supply shop. The bottle, this is good for 2 hours of welding, he said. It's like $25 to fill it with 75% argon, 25% CO2. So I went ahead and did that, got a bottle, and I got a good spool of wire. The wire that comes with the Harbor Freight buzz boxes, I found was kind of junk. So I bought some Lincoln wire. He said it's Lincoln wire. I just trusted him. I'm not like the most knowledgeable welder. I can stick metal together. And, I've had enough people show me what to do, that I can do that pretty effectively, but not the greatest welder in the world. But for stuff like this, welding exhaust bungs in, might make a light bracket for another project, that kind of thing. This will be fine. So anyway, the gas, the wire and tax, I think was $220. So that was the bottle, which I own. I don't, it's mine. So he'll always fill it back up. I never lose it. I own the bottle, fill it up, and the wire. So the wire was like $45. It was a little on the pricey side. I probably could have found it cheaper online, but try to keep the brick and mortar guys going right now. All right, on to the MIG. I haven't even looked in here yet. I popped the tape off with a razor blade and popped the tabs out. And you guys are going to see this when I see it for the first time. So let's put the bottle down so it doesn't fall down. Oh, also I got some wheels and tires mounted. So that's coming up. We'll talk about that later. All right, let's see what we got here. So first things first, we have an instruction manual. Probably won't read that until we break something. We have some solid wire. 0.030, and then I would assume this is flux, and flux cord 030. Now this might be perfectly fine. I may even try it. I don't know yet. We'll see. What else we got? Some consumables. Looks like your tip for your gun. Oh, this is some different feed. I don't even know what you call them, pulleys. That goes in the system inside, probably for changing out wire size, because this is 0.035 and this 0.030. So I may have to install that. We'll have to see. Let's see. We have our valve. And quality-wise I mean, it seems decent. I don't see anything on here that gives me pause or concern, that's for sure. So we'll see if it leaks. That'll be the key, right? I mean, comparing that to the ones that came with the Lincoln, I mean, these seem perfectly, you know, the valves are metal and everything. So seems perfectly acceptable to me, especially given the price point, and even not given the price point. Those seem fine. All right. And then good old Abe says, let's get into the meat of her. Sorry. All right, we got a box of something here. Let's see what's in there. Oh, grounding cable. So we'll talk about that in a second here. All right. So let's have a peek. What do we get? I have a grounding cable, and it looks like this is for my feed for my gun. Doing this one-handed is no fun. All right. So we've got, not 100% sure. I'll have to figure out. Grounding cable, obviously, I'm not sure what that is. I don't think that goes to the valves. It might. Oh, no, that's my feed from the valve to the welder itself. It's a little on the small side compared to the Lincoln. Nylon, like braided sheath protector. The ground cable doesn't look awesome, but it's not bad. I've heard if you upgrade these to their 500 amps, they're pretty nice and they're inexpensive at the old Harbor Freight. All right, let's pull this thing out and take a peek. Okay. All right, sorry I had to pause there. The kid was screaming for help. She don't worry about it. Anyway, you get your 240 to 120 adapter. The Lincoln comes with 2 cables. This just comes with an adapter. And then, let's have a look here. Okay, so there's your cord. Sorry, my finger was over the edge of the camera. Doing this one-handed is no fun. Hang on. Okay, so we're back. For you guys, that was instantaneous. For me, it took a second. So just pulled this out and pulled the bag off. That's all I did. You, I believe, have a 12-foot cord. I'd have to confirm that, but I believe that's what I read. And then, you know, obviously you have your standard 240, and then your 240 goes into your 120 if you're using it in 120 mode. On the back, all right, you can see there's a switch, 240 or 120. The question is, if you plug this in to 240 and flip this to 120, what happens? I don't know. I'm not going to find out. The back, you have your on-off switch. I mean, everything feels relatively decent. Nothing feels super cheap yet. Up here, you've got your wire feed. They feel nice. Oops, sorry, guys. Your wire feed, they feel pretty nice. There's like a dampening almost to them. Same thing with your voltage. This is your, what the heck do they call it? Conduct something. I don't know. I've never messed with this before. None of the welders I've ever had have used this, so I'll have to read the directions on the setup on it. Obviously, your ground, and then your input for your gas is back here. And we got the back here. Oh, that's right. This will do, hang on a sec. Let me figure this out. Okay, we're back. It took me a sec here. All right, so for setup, I opened this. I know. I read the directions. Whatever. Stop making fun. All right, so this is basically a cable that changes the way the welder works. So if you're going to run solid core wire, you go ahead and just plug this into the negative or into the positive, and you plug your what do you call it? Your ground cable, your ground whatever, into the negative. If you're going to run flex core, you swap these. So if you're going to run flex, you have to change it. I'll probably never run flex core unless I'm trying to weld something super heavy, which I usually don't do. And if I do, I'll probably go get the better welder. So yeah, and then these just really, they push and twist. So they seem okay. They're pretty secure. I'm not super worried about it. So, but they seem all right to me. This was kind of a pain to get in, so I'm not going to pull it back out. But this is off your gun. The little pins in there didn't line up exactly perfect. I had to just give them a little tweak with my finger. So that wasn't super awesome. But I mean, it's a metal. This is a metal connector. Everything feels fine on it. So, and then when we go to our gun, hang on. When we go to our gun, you know, it's fine. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel bad. I think it'll be fine. It'll probably hold up fine for what we do. A buddy of mine has one of these at his professional where he works, and he said it's been great for him. It's held up awesome. So, no, it seems okay. I'm not super stressed about it. So that was just like a basic unboxing, first impressions kind of deal. Overall, I mean, it's not super heavy. My plan is to keep it down on that shelf there. So I didn't want anything real big. I'm not going to put it on a cart because I have this teeny little garage that I'm working in. So I think it'll work out pretty well for what I'm doing. I don't weld aluminum or anything. So I just wanted a basic MIG. And anyway, those are my first impressions. I'm going to set it up, get it all together. And then later on, I'll do hey, here are my booger welds. This is what I think of this. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope at least showed you the machine and kind of what you're getting into. So, see ya. Oh, hey, guys, real quick thing, because I flipped through the owner's manual. I plugged this into to the 120 just to get the wire to feed through and get it all set up and everything. And I hadn't switched off at 240, and it actually tells you there's an error voltage. Same thing in the book. It tells you if you have the wrong voltage going, or the voltage going and then the wrong selection made, it'll give you an error code. So that was kind of a thing. I was like, man, that could be pretty catastrophic. But it sounds like they thought of that and it's taken care of. So have a good one, guys.